Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drop and Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We got some things happening this week. Jussie Smollett is returning back to television in his greatest acting role ever, Defendant versus Chicago, Illinois. Can't wait to see that. Then John Mulaney is making a comeback for a 2002 tour. I can't wait, says every white guy ever. And Jimmy Fallon has just announced that he's making a single and music video with Ariana Grande and Megan Thee Stallion, which will finally have him be crowned as corniest late night host ever. So I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. Actually, that's not true. Can you tell that there's literally no news happening this week? That's why I'm talking about celebrities and shit. Whenever there's nothing for me to talk about, I instantly just go like, what are they trending about on Twitter? What can I speak about? And I'll say this is pretty fucking slim pickings, man. I don't know if I should be happy about that or if I should be angry about that. Because, I am happy about that in one way as a human being on this earth, that there's not more things that I'm angrily ranting about. I've seemed to be doing that a lot these days, But on the other hand, as somebody who creates content, I'm a little bit pissed, There's not another shooting for me to rant about just yet. I know there was one like a week ago, but this is America. They're supposed to be happening 2 to 3 times a day. There's supposed to be shootings the same amount of times that I go to the gym, which is like 2 to 3 times a day, or that's idealistic, but yeah, you know what I mean? This is the home of the brave, all right? This is where freedom fucking rings, okay, people? We got to be shooting each other every day. Take that to the bank. All right. I don't know if there's any kids watching that. Please don't shoot anybody. But for comedic purposes, take that lesson and run with it. Don't actually do that. The more I do comedy in front of this camera, the more I realize that my words could actually mean something. I mean, hey, I got 1,000 views last week. So I don't know if there's a bunch of sad kids in Indonesia who are going to take my advice and run with it. I'm blowing up out here. I'm becoming the next John Mulaney, people. Oh man, sorry sorry for putting this out so unbelievably late. I know it is going to be uploaded by like 8 p.m. tonight, which isn't exactly a Monday morning kind of podcast. You can't really go on your commute, and listen to me right now, unless you're a trucker, maybe 9 p.m. is when you start your day. All right. So there you go. That's a little silver lining. I was going to beat myself up today. I was going to shit on myself for who I am. And you know what? I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to apologize to anybody. This is 2021 where nobody gives a shit about anyone else but themselves. And then they don't apologize for that. This is the era of sociopaths. All right. So, I should be following suit. So, yeah, you're welcome. How about that? You're welcome for a late podcast. All the graveyard shift people, you're welcome. Okay? Enjoy it. No, I am. I was annoyed at myself. I had some technical difficulties with the camera today. Had to go to the camera shop, fix some things, figure some shit out. I had to buy like some new cables. Everything you see here, which isn't much, there's just like an old skull. But I actually have there's like equipment here, and I put things together myself. And I don't have the biggest budget. All right, so some of my stuff is a little low rent. It's a little bit. A couple years old. You got to smack it to make it work. So there's some problems. There. But I'm still here for you guys. I'm still trying to be consistent. Still trying to have fun. So glad you guys liked the Mike Hanford episode. You guys seem to have really liked that one, which is really nice. Like I said, I am going to do a lot more overtime episodes. In between doing these, the ones that I'm doing right now, they're more like vlogging or, just like solo podcasts if you're listening only through audio. I am going to try and implement a lot more guest podcasts. Number one, because I like talking to other people and getting, other comedians out there. And, number two, I'm also fucking lazy. All right. Do you know how hard it is to come up with 20 minutes of material every fucking week? That's like gonna be enough to possibly get people to look at. I'm losing my mind every fucking day. I am losing my mind. Somehow I've got it together. I'm trying. I'm trying, but I'll say it to you, man. This type of shit, it is really fucking tough. Like solo podcast people, show them some respect. This shit is hard. The vloggers out there on YouTube, this shit is hard, man. You know, it takes it takes a lot of shit to think you can be entertaining for this amount of time. Most of the times I'm not. Sometimes I am, but you got to always 100% think that you're going to be entertaining. And that's a lot to weigh on you. You know, I will say though, it's helped me a lot with my diet and like life. You know, because in order to put this shit out, I need to like always be thinking and always be like sharp and shit. So I don't drink as much as I used to. You know, I don't even smoke as much weed as I used to. My mom's probably watching this like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I know. Wanting to be a comedian for a living has ruined my life. Who would have thought wanting to do comedy would actually put my life together? But it's true, dude. I went out to the supermarket today. Dude, I am a single man who just turned 30. We do not go to the supermarket. We just order DoorDash until we suffocate under the weight of the fucking burger wrappers that we've been ordering all fucking week. All right, but I actually went to the supermarket. I'm preparing meals. I'm doing meal prep. Shit's kind of crazy, man. Life is wild right now. Shit, dude. I might fuck around and have a green juice. You know, I did. I bought some shit at the supermarket today. I bought a bunch of stuff at the supermarket today, and I'm making it. I'm promising you guys right here. I'm doing this right now. I will make myself eat every last fucking thing I bought. I swear to God, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. All right? It's not going to be that same old bullshit. I go through it. I'm sure half of you guys go through it where it's like you're fucking broke, or even if you're not, you just want to be like do meal prep, you want to weight lift, you want to do this, that, and the third, and you try. And so you go to the fucking grocery store and you're like, "Oh my God, I need to get this. I need to get that." Right? And you try. You always try. But it never fucking works out. You know, you make 2 to 3 meals, right? You make 2 to 3 meals, and then by day 3, you're ordering shit off Uber Eats and shit. Watch out. God damn it. I'm back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I left some food that I just cooked out, and my cat went and tried to snag it, so I had to chase him down, hold him down, and wrestle a drumstick out of his mouth. Single life, I tell you that much. You know, I wish I had a girlfriend here to hold my cat down and rip food out of his mouth. But I'm still a guy. I'm on Hinge though. I'm on Hinge. What was I fucking talking about? Yeah, I got stuff from the supermarket. God damn, I hate that cat. God damn, I hate him, but I love him. I hate him, but I love him. You know what I mean? Like he's fun. Like when he's chill, he's chill. You know, I can pet him. He's fun, and when I'm sad, he curls up next to me. But I swear to God, there are some times where I legitimately want to throw him in a wood chipper. You know, like I just want to be fucking just Tony Romo, just Tom Brady, just back. Toss them away, you know? And I got to think that maybe that's what being a parent's like, you know? It's like loving them, loving the comfort that your children give you, but also wanting to kill them from time to time, right? I would think so, if parents could write in, so I know that I'm not a homicidal maniac. But yeah, I went to the fucking supermarket. I'm really focusing on eating all the food that I have there, because you know how it is. You buy the fucking shit, and by day 3, you know, you start eating out or not giving a shit anymore, right? And then it's like 10 days later, and you forgot that you had an old family pack of chicken. It'll feed like fucking 10 people, and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna meal prep. I'm gonna make a bunch of these and have it for days," and you just didn't, and now it stinks, and you gotta throw it out. And that's the worst. It's not just not eating the food, but the food getting stinky, as if not like just like a sign to tell you you're a piece of shit. You know? It's like, oh, this would have been fresh in your stomach. This would have been nice. You would have felt full today. But you were lazy, so we decided to fart in your refrigerator. You know? It's fucking it's terrible. It's terrible. So I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to meal prep, trying to put some food together, trying to be a little bit of a chef here. which I wanted to do when I was a kid. I actually wanted to grow up and be a chef. And then I discovered comedy and weed, and the rest is history, I guess you could say. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I've gotten better. I've gotten better with my diet. That's nice. I went to sleep at like 9 p.m. last night. Oh my God. Did I tell you? I didn't even tell you guys that. I went to sleep at 9 p.m. last night. I took melatonin, though. I took some melatonin, which, if you guys don't know, is basically like HGH for guys who are complete nerds. I'm out here bragging about going to bed at night at 9 o'clock, at night. Like I'm doing it all myself. Like I just have that much fucking like edge to me where it's like, oh, you guys stay up late. Oh, I'm a fucking rebel. No, I was juicing. I'm sorry. I'm juicing, but it's only from time to time. It's just 5 milligrams. It's just 5 milligrams. I'm trying to get myself on that sleep clock. I really think I'm at this point right now where I've given into pills. Not pills as like Percocet and like Xanax and shit like that, but like just pills that you can help you or are supposed to help you. I've given into it. When I was younger, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to take aspirin. I don't like pills and this, that, and the third because, what they could do to you. And that's actually the way to go about it, But now I just see myself, I've just gotten lazy. I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm like, I've tried over. I've gotten past the fact of trying to prove to myself that I can do more than I can. Does that make sense? Like, all I've ever needed to do, like, my sleep has always been bad. I've been a late type of guy. I always stay up late. I'm an insomniac. There you go. That's the word. I'm an insomniac. I've dealt with that so much in my life, but I was always trying to do it naturally, where it's like, all right, maybe, cut back on sugar and cut back on like caffeine before a certain time. And, maybe even if I stay up late the night before, like, all right, well, then I'm going to I don't know, like rework my sleeping schedule where like the next day I try to go to bed at like 9 or 10 and just like, even if I can't go to sleep, just like make myself fucking sleep and this, that, and that. Now, ever since I turned 30, I'm like, fuck it. I'm lazy. Give me the shit. I'm good. That's all I need. And I'm pleased to tell you that it's working. It's working. It's not so bad. I won't say I would do it with everything, like if I got really like badly injured or something, I don't know if I really would want to take painkillers or too many painkillers, just because like, that shit is no good. I mean, all those fucking documentaries you hear about it, all those people who get hooked on heroin because of that stuff. It's like that, big pharma as a whole still weirds me out. But at the same time, I'm just like, fuck it, dude. Like, unless you can find like a legit, real, like natural remedy that truly does do the same thing, try and find a fucking pill, a supplement, something, Look at me doing a fucking ad for melatonin. Oh, remember the days when I used to do cocaine and stay up till 6 in. Now I'm talking to kids about fucking melatonin. What about Molly Percocet? What happened to those days? I'm in a good place now. That's what it is. I'm in a good place, and I don't know. You get all bored of that shit. That's the one thing, like, when you do drugs, I think you slowly start realizing that, like, none of it actually changes anything. It really just, like, throws a different shimmer on, like, whatever your general mood is, but it really doesn't change much at all. And the more you realize, the more drugs you do, the more you realize that you're kind of just stuck with yourself, no matter what. Whereas sober people, who have never really done drugs, I think always live with the hope that it could get better. But people who have done plenty of drugs and are now sober or can still continue to do drugs know that it's not really going to get better ever. And you just got to kind of deal with it. You pop some shit or you don't. And that's it. But I'm happy to be here. Life is good. Yeah, man. Life is good, man. I've been sleeping more. Very, very nice. Who sort of slept, though? That fucking Jussie Smollett. I'm reading this case. I am reading this case because it just, like, it cracks me up. I might not even get to the John Mulaney thing. I think I'm already at, like, nearly 20 minutes. But this Jussie Smollett thing, I have to talk about it. It just fucking cracks me up. Jussie Smollett Fucking it up again, man. You're black and gay, dude. You could have done so much in this world. In the 2019 climate, especially like now, sure, yes. But like right before the pandemic, you know, when all those fucking agencies are really looking for like a lot of black people, but especially like black and gay. Because there's definitely like some sort of shit where it's like they want black people, but they don't want like straight black men. They still can only like have one of those. Like if you're black but you're also another thing or this thing or that thing, then they'll like take you all over the place. You know, you could have had a 10-city tour, just being wheeled out in a fucking plastic box like a goddamn pope or some shit, going city to city. All right, but then you decided to go to Chicago, stage a hate crime, and now your life is all fucked up, man. How could you do it? How could you do it? You have the hottest sister in the world, and he's still fucked up. You're acting like people don't like you already in Hollywood, man. You know, you've done some cool shit. You were on Empire already. Again, your sister's incredibly hot. There's probably some guys that are trying to get to her, and they will go through you. Use that to your advantage, you know? Use that to your advantage. What are you doing out here? You're hiring African immigrants to play white supremacists? I know we need diversity in Hollywood, Jussie. I know we need diversity in Hollywood, but I don't think that casting matches, buddy. I just don't think it matches. I also love this. I was reading what was it in the Associated Press? I almost said Politico. Can you believe if Politico was writing about Jussie Smollett? I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Okay, all right. So here is a kind of play-by-play of Jussie Smollett and his incident playing out in court. So Smollett, who faces charges that he lied to Chicago police about the January 2019 attack, sought to refute damaging testimony from two brothers last week. They said Smollett, who is gay and black, basically Hollywood's unicorn, orchestrated the hoax to get publicity, giving them $100 for supplies, which seems very low, criminally low. He is lowballing as two black men who are trying to get somewhere right now. Guys, I will say your negotiation skills were terrible. $100 for supplies? I mean, come on. This is going to be like a hate crime noose you were going to put around somebody's neck. Should have went for $1,000 at least. Just the act of doing it, should cost, 3 or 4 times as much. So, just divide that, $1,000. $1,000 in supplies, write that off in your taxes. All right. So $100 for supplies, instructing them to place a noose around his neck and yell homophobic slurs. They also said Smollett gave them $3,500 check to carry it out. I'm assuming they didn't say $3,500 each. So this is $3,500 between the two of them, which is what? Isn't that like basically like $1,750, I believe, each? I would say, yeah. So that is incredibly sad. I probably got the math wrong, but I feel like it might be $1,750. I'm not going to look that up. Back to the story. Smollett told jurors he had just returned from a trip and was walking home after buying a sandwich. That's not detail, just throw out there. When someone yelled to him about the TV show, then shouted a racist, homophobic remark. Smollett said he was angry and turned around to confront the person who he said towered over him. Standing up in the Chicago courtroom, Smollett demonstrated how he said the man walked quickly toward him, then pointed to his left temple to show the jury where the man hit him. I would like to think, this is Smollett talking, I would like to think I landed a punch, but I don't know if it landed, Smollett said. He said he slipped and then tussled on the ground for up to 30 seconds. Smollett said he saw a second man who he believes kicked him on his side as that person ran away. Smollett said he presumed the person who attacked him was white because he used a racial slur and shouted out MAGA country, an apparent reference to then-President Donald Trump's campaign slogan, Make America Great Again. The brothers, Abimbola and Alabingo Asundaro, sorry, yeah, I'm butchering these names, but you can tell these are clearly not two good old boys, all right, from like West Virginia or anything. So it says that Abimbola and Olabingo Asundaro, who are black, testified last week that Smollett instructed them to yell, "This is MAGA country," during the fake assault. Smollett said he picked up his phone and told the person he had been talking to that he got jumped. He noticed he had a noose around his neck as he got up, grabbed his sandwich. Again, why are they mentioning the sandwich? It seems, I don't know. This seems weird. Is the sandwich involved somehow? I feel like, at this point, I don't know what Jussie did, but I feel like the sandwich has been calling the shots this whole time. Somebody needs to look into that thing. What type of sandwich was it? Was it an Italian sub? Because if so, might be a little racist. I don't know. It's a very complicated case. It's a weird case. All I know is if you're going to hire two guys to beat you up and claim racist things, just make sure they're white. All right? Or if you're a white person going to claim the same thing, make sure they're the opposite color of you. All right? Because just saying that it's two white supremacists and then you find the two darkest black men who aren't even from America, it just does not look good. You're looking sloppy. And you're making the rest of us look fucking bad. All right? God, Kyle Rittenhouse must be jerking off to this right now. Like I watch regular porn, but that's his porn, is watching a black guy lie about how people hate him so much. Jesus Christ, Jussie, get it together. I was gonna talk about fucking John Mulaney doing a comeback. I'm excited for it. I will say that. Get off the subject of fucking Jussie Smollett. That just makes me. It makes me feel like I'm on drugs, which is great because John Mulaney has been on drugs this whole time. So maybe I'll like his comedy a little bit better. I don't know if you guys know this. He's been he kind of went off the deep end for a little while. I think he's more sober now. He went to rehab and everything. So I think he's mellowed out a bit, which is cool. So that's why I'm really, really excited to see him perform his comedy. Because I will say this, man, there's no better redemption story than a comedian's redemption story, because it's like our art is literally just speaking. So you can go so in depth about yourself and then still make things so funny. It just is really like a beautiful thing to see and to hear. Even if these people are like, awful. And John Mulaney's a great guy. He just, obviously, or I don't know him personally, but is portrayed as a great guy. He just has addiction problems. But any person who deals with a really, really rough thing, a rough go of it, or even has made some like really awful mistakes, they're interesting to watch. I mean, I'll admit this right here, right now. I got a free ticket to see Louis C.K. about 3 months ago at Madison Square Garden, and I don't support anything he did or anything like that, but at the same time, it was phenomenal to watch. Somebody that you've seen crash and burn in public in such a giant, humongous way. He was the king of stand-up comedy for years, and then everything just crumbled within days, and people acted like they forgot his name, so to watch him like go from this colossal figure to this kind of figure that was kind of scurrying around in the shadows trying to get more time, and then finally kind of making his way back, and then watching him put all that into context through his own lens, through his own voice, and being funny as fuck. It was very crazy to see. I will say there's probably not many comedians who could do it like him because he's just so immensely talented. But regardless, it was amazing to see. So I'm really excited to see John Mulaney do some of that. Hopefully this causes him to be a little bit more real, because I don't know if you guys used to ever listen to old John Mulaney, but old John Mulaney, before he got kind of like super discovered and became a writer on every single different thing, was a little edgy. He was still kind of clean and still kind of sounded like a 1920s, gumshoe detective, or like a play-by-play announcer, in like a League of Their Own or some shit. But regardless, he still had a bit of an edge to him. So it's really, really interesting to hopefully see some of that come back. So I'm very, very excited for that. Other than that, Jimmy Fallon's doing a fucking music video and all that shit. But honestly, with the ridiculousness of Jussie Smollett and the awesomeness of John Mulaney coming back, who I'm excited for too, not just white guys, I don't really think I need to talk about Jimmy Fallon. I miss when the guy used to do cocaine. Or allegedly. I miss when he was allegedly more funny when he allegedly used to do a lot more cocaine. But it happens. I don't know if it's just like you get that late night seat, man, and just something funny just drains out of you. I don't know what happened after like Conan and Letterman and all those guys went away, but it's just like You get into that seat and you immediately become less funny. I love Colbert. Same shit though. All right, I'll say it. Like Colbert rapport versus like Colbert now is like it's not even. It's nowhere close. And I'm not saying you stay in one place for the rest of your life, but Jesus fucking Christ, guys, what's happening over there? You know, get a little edgy. It's okay. I know we're trying to appeal to middle America, but you're also still trying to appeal to the internet as well too. Get a little edgy. Have a little fun. Take some risks. Get a little, get a little crazy, which is another saying for get a little edgy. I don't know things, all right? I'm a guy who goes to bed at 9, so I'm not clever anymore. I'm not fun. But just know that Jimmy Fallon, you should be ashamed. John Mulaney, I can't wait for your album or your tour dates. And Jussie Smollett, I hope you get through it, buddy. I hope. All right. This has been Drop and Gimme 20 with Phil Riston. I am Phil Riston. See you guys later. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And peace.